So next up, we've got Surbi, who is in India, and she's relatively new to being an ambassador for the project. But in the short time that she's been an ambassador, she seems to have achieved quite a bit. So we're going to ask her to talk about her sort of mega team she's assembled.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you for your lovely comments and encouragement as well as the support. I'll request Martin to share the presentation. Hello, Women in Lighting. I am Surbi Jindal, WIL India Ambassador. Thank you all for taking out time to be a part of today's event. It's a real privilege and honor for me to be presenting WIL India and its activities as well as initiatives. Next slide, please. A little bit about myself. I'm the founder and principal lighting designer of the multifaceted design practice called the Light Hub, based out of Mumbai, India, with a presence in US and Europe. Alongside designing lighting for projects, we are also into lighting education. So I started as an ambassador for Women in Lighting India this year in the month of April. And it has been an incredible journey for me with the support of Women in Lighting International team, Sharon, Martin, Katya, and Sharon from Forma. Next slide, please. So Women in Lighting India chapter, aligned with the goals of the international project, has made a very strong impact in the lighting industry in India. What we are trying to do is create a strong, welcoming and open network with new ways of collaborative working, leadership and our initiatives. So as you see on your screens, we had a first offline meet in the city of Bengaluru in December 2019 under the leadership of First Ambassador Helena Gentili. So these are the few visuals of the same. As you can see, we were 7 of us at that time. Next slide. We have successfully grown to 53 members now as we speak, out of which 32 members are the part of the segment core team. 25 women designers as well as researchers and 7 WIL male supporters. So if we see, the team constitutes lighting designers, lighting manufacturers, researchers from all across the country. And they work closely to curate as well as implement various initiatives conceptualized collectively by WIL India. It's just incredible to see immense support being extended from so many designers and so many women who have actually come forward to contribute and grow the community, and especially during the pandemic time. Next slide, please. So every segment core team member is actually assigned 3 segments of their choice and preference to contribute out of the 5 segments. First segment, as you see on your screen, is basically the WIL India profiling segment, whereby we have 17 members. The team is responsible here for profiling all the members, conducting offline as well as online interviews of the members of WIL India. Next slide, please. The second team, which is the editorial team, is responsible for collating all the information on all activities, following up with members, and collaborating with other teams for deploying any planned activities. Third is the content creation team, responsible for creation of all the content and creatives that are presented online as well as offline. Fourth, the social media team, responsible for keeping a track of global activities on social channels and working with other teams to increase WIL India visibility. Last, we have the events and sponsorship team for online and offline events such as webinars, workshops, collaborations with other organizations, as well as sponsorship. So creating teams was actually quite a mammoth task. For that, we created a Google Doc. One of the team members actually created a Google Doc requesting all the members to enter their details as well as let us know if they wanted to be a part of the segment core team. And if the members said yes to be a part of the core team, they were asked to choose 3 segments to contribute. And this is how we built the mega teams, as in words of Sharon Stammers. The segment core team actually was created after our first online meet in the month of May this year, as many members had raised their interest in contributing to WIL India on various platforms, through emails, through social media channels. So, besides being a great online get together in the pandemic time, the online meet, the members were actually actively involved and engaged and gave their valuable suggestions to how to grow the community. And while we have great support from all our international partners, WIL India has got its new supporters like the Smart Home Expo, Smart Home World, MSMRF, Formal Lighting India partners, and ILD India, to name a few. We are pleased to share that WIL India are the partners of the upcoming Smart Home Expo, organized by country's biggest platform, an international expo and conference on smart home technology, home automation, as well as intelligent building systems. So this is a live event which is going to happen in Mumbai next year in the month of February. So here we will be having live sessions, workshops, webinars, and much more related to connected lighting. In collaboration with ILD India and LED Expo, we had a very successful event in the month of August 21, whereby actually it was attended by 200 people online. So it was basically an interaction with the most influential and successful women entrepreneurs from the lighting industry, and understand from them how women have played a greater role in shaping the profession. So it was really to understand how well women are being represented in lighting, right from manufacturing to design to supply. Also identify gender biases that women in lighting face within the Indian context, analyze how the current situation is impacting the women in this profession, and establish at the same time how women are contributing towards making lighting a profession of repute here. Smart Home World, print magazine with a high readership of 100,000 in the industry, published a special feature on women and lighting in their September issue, focusing mainly on WIL activities as well as the segment core team. Going ahead, we have recently launched an initiative called The Power of Stories, with a focus to interview professionals in this field and make their stories heard, as well as profiles raised aligned with Women in Lighting International project goals. These interviews will be featured soon on WIL International website. Next. The whole idea is to actually eventually have these stories and interviews published as a paperback portfolio or a coffee table book dedicated purely to WIL India. Another small, however, impactful initiative we started was choosing the star contributor of the month from the segment core team. So these members, the WIL members who have actually gone all out to contribute and support the community grow in all possible ways. So it's a small initiative, however, it's a very impactful and very motivating as well as rewarding for the members who are actually wholeheartedly contributing to it. For any planned activities like live interviews, inspirational workshops, get-togethers, and visuals, we shall be having 2 Women in Lighting permanent corners, one in Mumbai and the other one in Bengaluru. What you see on the screen is the upcoming Bengaluru WIL permanent corner. These are the 3D views and the site pictures. It's getting ready and it will be ready by this month. This is at Studio Plus in Bangalore, and the other one is at BPS in Mumbai. So coming to our social media presence, we now have our Insta and the Facebook pages along with the WhatsApp group with good following and engagement, whereby we post every week about our ongoing as well as upcoming activities, including the interviews. So I would like to end my presentation here with a fresh new look to WIL India with a fusion of contemporary and Indian styles in the right amount. This is courtesy Pratiksha Jogani, who is the member and a very active segment core team member as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Surbi. Again, lots of positive comments in the chat. If you go and have a look, someone's just said that you've created a whole organisation in India. It's pretty impressive.
All supported by Sharon Stammers and Martin Luton and Katia and Sharon Magnani.
Thank you very much. One of my favorite things is sort of seeing how everyone takes the initial Women in Lighting branding and sort of turns it into something that culturally is, represents the country that they are working in. I mean, you've just done that beautifully with that the slide you showed. And I think Mexico did a great job on that when they redesigned our logo. I think Sakina in Dubai has done a few redesigns on the logo for the Middle East. So anyway, that's something I really enjoy seeing. So we'll come back to you at the end with any questions. So thank you very much.
Sure.
Next up, we have two more presentations. So next up is Micah.